One place that I want to make sure I mention that's worth visiting, it's up in the Carpathian Mountains, right? So it's located in Transylvania. Transylvania was an independent region through much of its history. During the time of United Romania, a place called Peles Castle is where the summer residence up in the mountains was for the royal family. The Romanians united to form one country out of three distinct regions, and they weren't happy with any one region ruling over the others, and so they actually borrowed a German royal family that didn't have a home at the time to become their monarchy, which I think is itself interesting history. And so these are relatives of the royal family that you probably know from England. And in fact, King Michael was active during the Second World War and was crucial in turning his country against the Nazis when a Nazi-aligned group had taken power in Romania. And so one reason why I think Transylvania is particularly interesting is that you get to learn about neglected facets of the history that you know, whether it's the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, the Ottoman Empire, things that were happening in Europe, and of course World War II, right? You have this cousin of Queen Elizabeth of England, who, this is some residents, and I'm mostly showing you these pictures not because they're crucial to the history of World War II, but because I think these are the things that students will want to see if they come to visit. I think most Americans want to see palaces like this, and not just fortresses which are stone and not very lavish. And one reason why this was maintained is because Ceausescu, the dictator, right after the communists took power, the royal family went into exile, and eventually, once we have this communist dictator, who wasn't a very good communist, he wanted to live in luxury, and so this palace was maintained for his benefit. The good news is that it means that tourists from Romania, tourists from other parts of Europe, and students from America who come with me to visit this region can see some of these things for themselves. And again, if you think of going to someplace like England and trying to visit someplace like Buckingham Palace, tours are limited, right, because it's currently in use. And in other places where there may not be a royal family, like Vienna, right, the lines can be very long, the tickets can be very expensive. And so I think there are a lot of reasons why visiting palaces and castles in Romania, visiting Transylvania, is definitely worth doing.